Have you ever felt like you are doing everything right, eating salads, cutting carbs, exercising daily, yet the scale refuses to move? You start questioning your willpower, your discipline, maybe even your body. But what if the problem isn't your effort? What if the real reason you're not losing weight has nothing to do with calories at all? The truth is, your hormones control whether your body burns fat or stores it. They influence your hunger, your cravings, your metabolism, and even where fat gets stored. When hormones are balanced, weight loss feels natural. When they are not, it feels impossible. In this video, we're going to uncover the real reasons so many women struggle with stubborn weight, especially around the belly. You'll learn which hormones are silently working against you and how to reset them naturally. If you've been frustrated, confused, or exhausted by dieting, stay with me, because what you're about to learn could completely change your approach to fat loss forever. For decades, we've been told that weight loss is simple math. Eat fewer calories than you burn. And while calories do matter, they are only part of the equation. Hormones determine what happens to those calories after you eat them. If your insulin is elevated, your body stores fat. If your cortisol is high, your body protects belly fat. If your thyroid slows down, your metabolism drops. Two women can eat the same meal and exercise the same amount, yet their bodies respond completely differently depending on hormonal balance. That's why extreme dieting works temporarily for some but fails long-term for many others. The body is not a calculator. It's a complex hormonal system designed for survival. When it senses stress, starvation, or imbalance, it adapts by slowing fat burning. Understanding this shifts the focus from restriction to regulation. Instead of fighting your body, you start working with it. And that is where sustainable weight loss begins. One of the most powerful hormones influencing weight is insulin. Insulin's job is to regulate blood sugar. Every time you eat carbohydrates, especially refined sugar or processed foods, insulin rises to move glucose into your cells. But when insulin stays elevated due to frequent snacking, sugary drinks, or high-carb meals, your body remains in fat storage mode. This condition, often called insulin resistance, makes it extremely difficult to access stored fat for energy. You might notice constant hunger, energy crashes, or intense cravings for sweets. That's not weakness, that's unstable blood sugar. The key to improving insulin sensitivity isn't starving yourself. It's stabilizing your meals. Prioritizing protein, adding fiber-rich vegetables, reducing processed sugar, and incorporating strength training can dramatically lower insulin levels over time. When insulin stabilizes, your body shifts from storing fat to burning it. That's when you start noticing real, consistent progress. Another major player in stubborn weight gain is cortisol, commonly known as the stress hormone. Cortisol is essential for survival, but chronic stress keeps it elevated far longer than intended. Modern life, deadlines, financial pressure, lack of sleep, intense workouts, and even restrictive dieting can all increase cortisol levels. When cortisol remains high, the body enters a protective state, storing fat particularly around the abdomen. This is why many women notice belly fat that won't budge despite strict dieting. High cortisol also increases cravings for sugary and high-fat foods because the body seeks quick energy under stress. Ironically, stressing about weight loss can worsen the problem. The solution lies in calming the nervous system. Gentle movement like walking, breathwork, quality sleep, reducing caffeine, and setting boundaries can lower cortisol significantly. When stress decreases, the body feels safe enough to release stored fat. Your thyroid gland acts like your body's metabolic engine. It produces hormones that regulate how quickly your body converts food into energy. When thyroid function slows, metabolism slows with it. This can lead to fatigue, cold sensitivity, hair thinning, and unexplained weight gain. Many women with underactive thyroid struggle despite clean eating and exercise. Supporting thyroid health involves adequate nutrition, including selenium, zinc, and iodine when deficient, as well as proper medical testing when symptoms appear. Severe calorie restriction can also suppress thyroid function as the body attempts to conserve energy. Instead of extreme dieting, balanced nourishment helps maintain thyroid stability. When your metabolic engine runs efficiently, your body burns energy more effectively throughout the day. Addressing thyroid health can be transformative for those who feel stuck despite consistent effort. Estrogen plays a powerful role in female weight distribution. When estrogen is balanced, fat is distributed more evenly. However, during perimenopause, menopause, or periods of estrogen dominance, weight often shifts toward the abdomen and hips. Excess estrogen relative to progesterone can promote water retention and increased fat storage. Supporting liver detoxification and gut health helps regulate estrogen levels naturally. Foods like cruciferous vegetables, flax seeds, and fiber-rich plants assist in proper estrogen metabolism. Reducing exposure to environmental toxins and endocrine disruptors also plays a role. Hormonal shifts during midlife are natural, but lifestyle adjustments can ease their impact. Understanding estrogen's influence empowers women to adapt their strategies rather than blame themselves for changes beyond their control. Leptin is known as the fullness hormone. It signals to your brain that you have eaten enough. However, in cases of leptin resistance, the brain does not receive this signal properly. This can lead to constant hunger even after adequate meals. Chronic overeating of processed foods, inflammation, and sleep deprivation can disrupt leptin sensitivity. When leptin signaling improves, appetite naturally regulates itself. Whole foods, adequate protein, quality sleep, and reduced inflammation support leptin balance. Instead of forcing portion control, balanced hormones allow hunger cues to normalize naturally. Ghrelin, often called the hunger hormone, increases when you are sleep-deprived or under stress. Poor sleep raises ghrelin levels, making you feel hungrier the next day. This is why one bad night of sleep can trigger cravings for high-calorie foods. Prioritizing consistent sleep schedules, reducing screen exposure before bed, and maintaining a calm evening routine can dramatically influence appetite hormones. Sleep is not laziness, it is metabolic repair. Gut health significantly influences hormonal balance. The gut microbiome helps metabolize estrogen, regulate inflammation, and influence insulin sensitivity. A disrupted gut can worsen hormonal imbalance and slow fat loss. Including probiotic-rich foods, prebiotic fiber, and diverse plant-based nutrients supports microbial balance. A healthy gut improves nutrient absorption and reduces systemic inflammation, creating an environment favorable for fat burning. Extreme dieting often backfires because it signals famine to the body. In response, metabolism slows, cortisol rises, and hunger hormones intensify. Sustainable weight loss requires nourishment, not punishment. Eating enough protein, healthy fats, and fiber prevents metabolic slowdown and keeps hormones steady. Protein plays a central role in hormonal health. It stabilizes blood sugar, reduces cravings, and supports muscle maintenance. Muscle tissue improves insulin sensitivity and increases resting metabolic rate. Including protein at every meal enhances satiety and metabolic stability. Strength training is one of the most powerful tools for hormone balance. Building muscle improves glucose uptake, lowers insulin levels, and increases metabolic flexibility. Unlike excessive cardio, resistance training supports fat loss without overstressing the body. Low-impact movement like walking lowers cortisol while supporting circulation and fat metabolism. It is gentle yet effective, making it ideal for hormonal balance. Healthy fats are essential for hormone production. Avocado, olive oil, nuts, and fatty fish provide building blocks for hormone synthesis and reduce inflammation. Reducing refined sugar helps prevent insulin spikes and energy crashes. Stabilized blood sugar leads to stable energy and reduced cravings. Certain nutrients such as magnesium, omega-3 fatty acids, and vitamin D support hormonal pathways when deficiencies exist. Consulting a healthcare provider ensures appropriate supplementation. Healing hormonal imbalance takes patience. Sustainable changes over weeks create lasting metabolic shifts. Recognizing symptoms such as fatigue, irregular cycles, or persistent cravings may indicate hormonal disruption requiring deeper evaluation. Weight loss becomes easier when the body feels safe, nourished, and balanced. Instead of punishing your body, support it. You are not broken. Your body is intelligent. When hormones align, fat loss becomes a byproduct of balance rather than battle. Focus on regulation, nourishment, and recovery, and your body will respond.